COVID-19, COVID-19 na killer. Coronavirus quick for spread, and this na how it can spread. If you shake hand with an infected person, you go get them. Yeah. If you touch anything, we get them. You don't catch them. Yeah. When you touch the virus, you don't contaminate your hand. If you don't wash your hand before you touch your face, you go get them, mama. If you don't sanitize your hand before you touch your nose, you go get them, papa. If you don't wash your hand before you touch your eye, you go get them, sister. If you don't sanitize your hand before you touch your mouth, you go get them, brother. What we for do? Wash me hand with soap and water. We all for wash me hand. Corona they pass. Sanitize me hand. We for always sanitize me hand. We just say.
Yes, indeed, sanitize you and Corona they pass. The program now will body talk way they come to you from the Society for Real Democracy 98.1 FM. Now this is say good afternoon, welcome to today's edition of the program. As today na May 21, 2020. Well, body talk na program will come to you every Thursday from 1 to 2 o'clock, and we'll look at things them way they ambog motaman well body. And inside today's edition of the program well body talk, we'll talk about mental health. And inside the studio, I want to welcome Mariama Aisiatu Jallo, in a mental health ambassador from Mental Health Coalition Salone. Good afternoon, welcome to the program. And the same way, so inside the program, I get Ibrahim Bangura, in a been mental health patient. We done well from the condition now. Good afternoon, welcome to the program.
Good afternoon.
And same way, so want for welcome Masiri Brima, we in a mental health coach or mentor. They can talk about this sickness and self how person we go get the condition we able relieve himself from the program now will body talk we come to you from the Society for Real Democracy 98.1 FM.
You know go sit down, for the sila, talk back now. Coronavirus, na killer. We all say together we all for better. Coronavirus, na killer. Whatever you say no to politics, let we all better. Coronavirus, na COVID-19, COVID-19, na killer. COVID-19, COVID-19, na killer. COVID-19, Corona killing everywhere. Salone rise up, together as one, rise up. Then we stop the spread of corona. Coronavirus, na killer. We all say together we all for better. Coronavirus, na killer. Whatever you say no to politics, let we all better. Coronavirus, na killer. Immigration officer Jack, I say. Coronavirus, na killer. It don't kill possible, na killer. It don't possible, na killer. It don't spread possible, na killer. It don't kill possible, na killer. It don't kill possible, COVID-19, COVID-19, na killer. COVID-19, COVID-19.
Direct Initiative for Women in Health.
If you can with an infected person, you go get them. Yeah. If you touch anything, we get them.
Yes, we come and continue the program Well Body Talk where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As I mentioned earlier, today edition of the program Well Body Talk, we did look at mental health, and inside the program I get Marma Aisiatu Jallo, in a mental health ambassador for Mental Health Coalition Salone. Good afternoon and welcome to the program. Yeah, before we can look at the topic mental health, let's look at the office where you come up from Mental Health Coalition Salone. What in the work of this office exactly?
Okay, so Mental Health Coalition is an NGO where it advocates for mental health issues, and as well the NGO where there is awareness, we do capacity building. We don't form this organization way back in 2011. In 2013, it become them be registered with online ministries and of course Freetown City Council.
Okay. So since the formation of this organization, let's look at some of the activities that we una don't involve or engage when it comes to mental health.
Okay. So as I say, we they do capacity building, where that's not a key for all we activities them. If people are not be aware about what's in our mental health, it could be very difficult. So the coalition with a project what they call MH Lab, it be don't try for train people them, leaders them in mental health leadership and advocacy program. Then for make people be a leader and also for make they able for advocate for mental health. And also through that day, we get some people where then go for that training, they then feel inspired for do mental health. So they get people now where they go in for that day. And also the coalition don't train 21 mental health nurses, where the nurses then they all across the country. Then they are the different government hospitals then.
Okay, we talk about mental health and our topic for today. For somebody they listen now, go look for no waiting exactly now mental health.
Okay, so mental health gets for do with the way how we dey think, of course, and also the way how we dey feel, and that way how we dey think and the feeling that's the show now we behavior. So now something that comprises of them three things then day, when are the feelings, the thinking, and also the behavior of the individual.
Okay. When you look at mental health situation na Salone, waiting na the current situation from una own standpoint or una own research.
Well, in the past, mental health not been heard about in the country, but for now, since that 10 way the coalition starts, at least they get improvement because the coalition they push with other partners them. For me, then say the mental health act then go review 'em, when I act with a long overdue. The name itself where you go know for say this act here, so not to. And not the law not good for the people that would then get the mental health problem then.
Okay, when you look at the number of patients them we wanna the record or we wanna they come up in contact with, how you can describe the situation of mental health na Salone? Is it on the increase or decrease?
Well, with all what in the happen at the country, of course we don't go through baku problems them like at the Ebola. Then they been bring more people away they left with distress and all of that. So it increase, and with this current way they go on, people then get fear when at this corona so we don't go through mudslides. So all of the incident they make the society not to be mentally healthy. This way also it bring a lot of flashback na people in mind, especially people who don't go through the Ebola crisis. So it increase every day, and that they make mental health the need for investing a lot because WHO said there is no health without mental health. Now then the people and they fail for realize say mental health is very important, just like any other health condition.
Okay, thank you very much. In name na Mariama Aisiatu Jallo, mental health ambassador for Mental Health Salone, Mental Health Coalition Salone. And as I mentioned earlier, inside the program, I get Ibrahim Bangura, we now mental health patients, we don't go through the condition, and now they don't well. Good afternoon again, and welcome to the program, Well Body Talk.
Yeah, good afternoon.
We talk about mental health, and you know somebody where we don't suffer from the sickness. For somebody where they listen now, describe the feeling as a mental health patient.
Well, it not be really easy. It not be really easy. For go through mental health, it's not really easy because you go through stigmatization, go through stress. You know, they able day by yourself. You know, but good difficult things and then before say they go through. One, the area for society, you know, they begin take you as Chris man, as sports before say you don't go out of, you know, it not be really easy.
Okay.
It not be really easy.
So when you look at you living with the condition of mental problem and now you don't come to the normal state, I can compare the two life.
So life
like where you don't well and the time where you've been sick, where you compare the two, how it sound like?
Well, a very big difference because at first I'll be there with the illness, I not be able to sleep, I not be able to eat enough, I not be able to do things them because I not be able to mingle with my friends themselves. But as to now, Alhamdulillah, because now they able to do beaucoup things on my own. boku thing. At first I not be able to work on my own self pass. I get person near me. But now I dey move on my own, do what I want. So I'll tell God thank you for that.
You don't live with the condition and now you okay. You've been born with this condition or you just get them on the way?
No, I'm not born with them. I just get on the way.
Okay. So like how you get this thing? Waiting because we get different reasons where people can say sometimes it's stress, sometimes it's the intake of some things we eat. What not be the cause of your mental problem?
Well, me young cause of my own mental problem when me be get na through to drugs. Through to drugs. I then I'm house one time by 10 p.m. I then I'm house. I dey try for sleep, now my friend come meet me. He say, well, we get a program where before say then a mix point to get one house how we can go mingle and sit down. We don't call mix point. So we go there, sit down, I begin play draft, wise then count butterscotch. Where they call now jazz scotch. So then count then decide for shape the people then. So I sit down there, me no begin no idea about that in a jazz scotch or anything. So I sit down there, then shape the butterscotch, then give all. So I take my own, I dey suck but at the suck I no dey feel no nothing. Yes, because I think as I just ordinary butterscotch. So as time dey goes on, I begin feel me heart dey beat slowly. I begin feel like banger like na me head. So I decide for grab. I say ma go na house. And I say Sambo, sit down bo mo play bo now. They no say you don't carry winning na you make. I say no, but I say feel well. Ma go na house. And I say well go, you don't forget. So since that point, I remember say I come out outside the mix point. But I reach am myself, I no even know. I just see myself na bed, begin shiver, dey cause problem, begin holla. Yes. Begin holla till my uncle come. He come meet me, say wetin happen, but at that time I no be able to explain. I just know more nothing. Say wetin you take? I say nothing. Yes, stay then go call me daddy come. He come meet me. He say this as something don't go take. He say wetin you take? No, I say I no take nothing. Yes, I say I no take nothing. So I begin shiver. But in the morning, I okay. In the morning, I okay. I begin move around. But as net come, now the torment they start for me back. I begin torment. They feel for run. They feel begin holler. They shout. They snap at myself. You know, all that stuff. And they not be really easy for me.
So you say you eat this butterscotch and you get this condition.
Yeah.
How we see the impact of this sickness in your life as a young person? Whose problem it cause in your life? Is it that you been to go school, you poorly school, or you been to aim for something way important?
Yeah, it destroy a lot because I be get great aim and ambition. No before say I be don't lay down. While say so time I for achieve them and make an able achieve them.
Okay.
It really destroy me a lot.
Like waiting.
Like one, I be there in a one organization where they call Dean Brothers. We be there on one project where because any Eid day or any holiday before saying like Islamic holiday, we can get a program we can make. We defend a certain place. We call people them after then go come up pray then come. We make a program for the Islamic program. So this thing be pull that program there for me. That now one. Two, it be pull me studies. Because at that time I would prepare for my examination, my work examination.
Okay.
So you get for destroy and back because I'm not able all book for study. I'm not able to do nothing by myself again.
Okay. So now we look at the behavior during the time where you've been sick. What are some of the actions that you've been to do?
Wow. Well, the action can be too much. One of the action then I'm able to work alone. If I sit down, I'm able to sit down me one green. Either my sister dey near me or I get one my small brother dey near me. If I dey me one green sun side, I no dey able to sit down there. I dey take as if like as I sit down so me one green, I know that different thing that happen to me. Like either I die or I run come out na do. I so be dey like.
So how long you been there with the mental health?
Well, it's about because from last year October to this January. Now I feel okay.
Okay, so we can't look at life after the mental illness which you don't go through, and waiting I call to a company young man them for sake like waiting cause you your mental problem as you see. now something you eat and take where people can relate to drugs, we relate to this, but we know to you which we can talk about that later in the program. Continue for the with me.
Okay.
In your name na Ibrahim Bangura, in a mental health patient we don't recover from the sickness, and inside the studio I want to welcome Masiri Brahima, and na somebody we be don't suffer from psychological impact now. Okay, but it is serve now as mentor for psychological for people who suffer with psychology. Good afternoon, welcome to the program.
Good afternoon.
Yes, as I tell listeners, them you are somebody we be don't suffer from psychological depression. Now you okay. First of all, we start for listeners. Them we will talk about psychological depression. What thing will they talk about?
Thank you very much, Mr. Presenter. When we dey talk of psychological depression, in the first instance, psychology na the way somebody they behave, and their behavior can be good, it can be bad. So coupled with depression are a state wey not a good state for an individual, where they take you off from your normal states, wey na depression. And depression can lead to stress, where they later end up to trauma, and it can even frustrate people then. So basically, that na psychological stress.
And you na possibly don't go through this stress here. So how it been time like for you during this period?
Like I tell you, to God be the glory today, I dey here for talk to you. When you talk of depression, now one of the things that the way people not they even look at it when they talk of mental health, then they only look at the visible aspects or the physical aspect, like where somebody na lunatic na the streets, where somebody they behave, he pull clothes or naked himself. Now that's not what people can look at saying a mental health or a mental illness. But we where they suffer depression, where they suffer emotional depression, psychological depression, we plenty past the crazy man that we didn't treat. Like me, I be not able to manage my own. There was a time where I lost my sight, where me dey university. So when I lose this sight, imagine person you don't see at the age of 28 years, you don't see everything at the wall. You just can't blind. You know, then it's something unexplainable until you will knows it, feels it. So when that happened, I've been so depressed. Me na the person way been say I dey mix poison for die. I say I dey commit suicide because I been just feel say life is no longer relevant to me.
Okay.
Because of my mindset.
Okay, before we come look at the reason we be lead to depression, you say we don't give up on life. Would not be some of the reasons them way you be they feel like you are not relevant to society and you are not even worth living?
Because me don't sit at the age of 28. There you can blind. When an order, I go say environment to defend yourself. Well, you know they ever able to explain. Nobody know will explain until you wait it now you go know waiting actually you they feel. So I look at and say because a narrative in the we get all that narrative all this while say myself way there before I find myself in the state say where pussy don't blind and no useful again. Instead it better me die self we all been get that narrative. So like now that same narrative in the be the ringle in my mind say I'm not even useful. I go do this, I go even get job, I go even do X, Y, and Z, we go be of relevance to me and the nation as well. So because of that, I look at and say no. Before I live this way, where I not get for be useful, Mark I just die.
Okay. You say your own depression starts from where you get your problem.
Yeah.
At which age will you get this?
Maybe in the 28 years at the university at that time, final year.
Okay, is it like something jam you or
No, nothing
just...
not jam me.
Okay, what exactly happened?
I not sick, nothing.
Okay, you say sometimes in your life you feel like you know to somebody who is relevant to society. Now from 28 years old, you're a little bit done old now. somehow don't pass that age long ago now. Since that and the way you be they feel not relevant to society to now, what not the feeling now?
Well, being that I don't go through so many counseling, psychosocial counseling, because it not been easy. But thank God we get counselors them now this nation. People then cancel me, counselors then cancel me, then cancel me. Man of God then come then talk to me. So and sometimes when you depressed, I can tell everybody this today. You only need somebody for me to pour your mind to. You need somebody for listening to you. Now there are two things then. If you want for cry, therefore allow you may cry, you burst out. If you want talk, may then left you may you talk. As long as somebody they listen to you. And when you don't done, if not cry, you they cry. You don't cry done. If not talk, you they talk, you don't talk done. That counselor they come now and talk to you. And you self get for listener. Based on waiting they talk to you. Based on the counsel what they give you. Automatically you be able to manage that situation.
So sometimes in your life you think say you need to get a job, you not relevant to society. For now, what thing you do for living?
When me a director for initiative for young women and girls, then at the same time I dey work for Sierra Leone Housing Corporation.
Okay,
As
so
a communication person.
so that belief where you been get
It don't break.
Yes.
That not the reason that make now me an ambassador. I dey serve as a mentor. I can even cancel people then, because me own naivety that barrier don't break long since.
Also, when you get an issue here, you mind also to go as young lady then say, would that they come me way as a form of a relationship? How then they turn like?
Well, that can even happen now. Now the thing that's what they only play now with mind, but make you look at and say, even when I don't get counseling now, I don't accept the situation, I don't manage them. I look at and say, not only when you're disabled, even when you're able, that's just a challenge in life.
Okay, continue for the with me in name na Masire Brahma, in a social psychologist ambassador, as somebody who don't go through stress. Therefore talk to people them way they go through stress as for them for manage them and self for be somebody in our society. Yeah, they come back to you for come talk to people them way they live with condition like your way they go through stress like way you been to go at that age of 28 now the university. The program they listen to now Well Body Talk, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and me where they bring you this edition of the program Well Body Talk. Musa is Kamana Minim. Inside the edition of the program we look at mental health, and inside the studio I get Marma Aisiatu Jalo in a mental health ambassador from Mental Health Coalition Salone. I get Ibrahim Bangura in a mental health patient we don't recover now. They live with community happily, and also Masire Brahma we been to go through stress and psychological problem now. Okay, I come to you, Marma Aisiatu Jalo. Mental Health Coalition say when they deal with the issues here, so as you don't reform the other two panelists them, then get different problems them way they tell on the mental ability and thinking them. In this capacity, what do you they do as Mental Health Coalition Salone for them different set of people here?
Well, presently the coalition they own a project where they call Stand Up to Stigma, where that project it gets some activity we get for do directly for the patients where they suffer from mental health issues. And together with the University of McKinney and the Mental Health Coalition, we bring all the service users and they don't discharge from the hospitals for make them get a session to themselves where they can call at times talk therapy. They can come to themselves where they call a self-help group, where then they talk to themselves by that meeting day and share the experience, whether they give motivation to other service users them. Because we understand say some service users the way they can don't left the hospital, then they relapse and some man not they taking medication. So that group the way we form, that group they not only in Afriton, it in the rural districts and also up country. That group they make them people and the patients then they able for advice themselves, give themselves coping skills, talk to themselves and tell themselves waiting them for do where they in distress. So now one thing that the way the coalition they do and it they run every month. not to just on a weekly basis or in 2 or 3 months. Now every month they run once, then they come together and talk.
When they deal with mental health issues, when you look at the causes of mental health, wetin una gather so far as an institution wey dey deal with this issue say na the cause for mental health problem na Salone?
Well, the causes dem boku, but one wey we able forget that wey na the majority, it gets to do with the drug abuse. Then the iboku, most of the people wey they get mental health issues can don't go through drug, they don't they take drugs or so. And also these natural disasters, the way they happen around the problem, then the health conditions, the way then they come, even then they self they make people and they get distress and then they get problem with their mind. And poverty self, it can make somebody get mental health condition. Even where somebody they go work, where person they go work in the office, it come back home and he meet so many problems where maybe in salary you know they able for take care of. If you not get the coping skill, where for able for manage that in stress, it lead to depression. And that depression they say as Madam Brahma will talk, if you not get somebody where they able for help am with in depression, it will lead to another condition where sometimes they can lead to psychosis and any other conditions the way they think of. And also we get another thing where people then even though not to they associate her with mental illness, epilepsy, because epilepsy it gets in other effects. Some people who then get epilepsy then can develop another condition, especially psychosis. So like then they in na through birth. So mental health conditions themselves it can happen during where people in the born and picking them. Maybe sometimes the care will be supposed for day in all day, and it they happen that moment. But as the picking they grow up, as they mature, you go see the symptoms they come out. So now some of the things and the way they cause mental health problems then.
So mental health itself, as Madam Brahma been the talk just now inside the program, you just see some people the worker the normal, they not pull close, but they be considered for get mental health issues due to the way they behave. How many category or how one can categorize mental health problems then, especially in Salone context?
Well, for Salone, people only think say the one that wouldn't get mental health problem are the one that wouldn't in the streets. But that's not no. Even people away then feel say they're normal, because we can always say everybody we're not get normal and abnormal person. Everybody not the same. So then people then can feel say because they're able for come on at the house, go for work, they're okay. But to get things they call anger, where you get too much anger as well, you're not able for manager. That's a mental health problem, a mental health condition, because you're not able for control your emotions. For the mere fact you're not able to control your emotion, it is shown that your behavior, and that's a mental health condition. You need not so all the time. People who then get mental health problem need medication. There are times they just need talk. Everybody need that moment they where it able for vent out all in problems, it worries, and they able for get possible where they listen to them. So it's not like all man where they categorize say get mental health problem. Now the one and no they work on a street where they pull them close and all of that. No.
Well, they come back to you for know the level of collaboration we want to do with government and other bodies then we they in relation to this work we want to do so, and self how effectively we are able to use the mental health week we they on now for advocates for mental health issues and reduce in Salone. In your name na Marima Aisiatu Jallo, mental health ambassador for Mental Health Coalition Salone. I come to you again, Ibrahim Bangura. You na somebody who don't go through mental health problem, you don't well, you deal with people now. Now we look at the acceptance from the society, how they accept you back in the society as somebody who then be no say they run, they do this. Yes.
Well, at first it not be easy, because I come back in my society at the 1 month to 2 months, and they laugh me, call me all kind names, you know. But I be cope up with that, because like not to the end of life, you know. Because like what come na me society dem begin laugh me, they call me all kind name. They even relate me illness to one music wey dem be dey pull. Wetin I dey reach pastor pray for me. Yes, dem turn am for me begin talk say pastor I dey kush, pastor pray for me, pastor I dey smoke, pastor pray. But that's life. At least I don learn my lesson now.
So that's the environment. From where you come out from this sickness, you don't begin go school?
I dey about for couple up me subjects, the last examination because I don sit once, so I dey try for flop me subject now.
Okay. So we don't do entries. How the college, how the school environment or the society look at you as somebody who them be know say don't come up from this?
Well, it not be that too wide because na only few of my friends them be know but me illness. Because I be in a house where I see the stigmatization be too much, I decide for change environment. I decide for go all the way Benguma. Because now there I able get peace. Because I get my friends them around, kick them around, they console me. You know, and my granny they near me where they try for console me. And where I can get the attack, I can just phone me mommy. I explain here, they try for calm me down. They take me mind off me illness. So that helped me a lot.
So for more you recover from this sickness, you don't ever get signs of again?
The only time where it be more than me, at the time I be left for take me treatment for some time. Yes, because then they say more take with treatment continuously. Some man can take in treatment for lifetime. Yeah. But as for me, as I begin feel better, now I say, oh, I don't better, so I'm left for take me treatment. So I left for take me treatment, but within our house, because of the fun jokes, so then they disturb me a lot. So that trigger me, and I began for begin experience and back. So I began for go up to Mr. Fatoma, I explained here. He said, well, begin take your treatment back. He said, they cut off.
Well, in your name na Ibrahim Bangura, in be somebody who don't live with mental health condition but don't recover now. Before we can open phone line for make listeners then join we online, I can to Masiri Brahma again in health psychologist ambassador where they give psychosocial advice to people who go through depression. You don't explain your own story, how it happened to you, and also you day now. For people where they listen to you, where they go through them conditions they are, so what thing you can tell them?
I can always tell somebody say when too much of isolation not good, when you're in depression. In the first instance, when you don't begin experience it, you traumatize, you stress, you depress, look for a confidence, somebody who you confide in, or you look for a counselor. Because you talking alone to people, it ails the situation. But if you not get somebody to talk to, that is, I not just say you get for talk to anybody, you problem. No. You dey look for a confidence, somebody where you trust. You dey look for counselors them, then they where they really they keep people them secrets. Now that kind person you dey look for, not to all kind person you dey see. You say no, I go explain a problem where you go take them for laugh you at the end, or it make you a laughing stock. You dey look for them people, then they. If na cry, you go miss. If na cry, you cry. If you want talk, may they allow you talk. Then later, if na a very professional counselor you meet up, if you don't counsel, you done. And not go take a week. You don't able manage that situation, you don't overcome them. And you self in return can turn and talk to other people them. But if you dey in that state, you just dey keep on to yourself. And one of the worst states of depression, now withdrawal. When you depressed, you know they talk to nobody, you know get nobody they confide in. You just stay to yourself in isolation. Then they in a slow poison, in fact, to death. Now a recipe for death, in fact. That I can tell anybody. But as I say, not to everybody you get for talk to. You get for look for a confidence where you talk to, or a counselor, a professional counselor, where something you know once make people they know where it go able keep you secrets. Una do am, we cancel you self pour your heart. Some people can just need somebody for the near and say, okay, it is well, it is okay, you go get over this problem go solve, you go this. They only need that, believe you me, they don't get over the issue. That is only what they need. But if you not get that person, you just keep on to yourself, you dey die. Is a recipe for death.
So we talk about psychosocial impact on human being thinking. What are some of the signs them we they begin feel we we they feel, we they think say yes, this is depression, I need for take action now?
Sometimes when you, like for me now, I don't know, because it comes in diverse ways. But for me now, me we don't experience that kind stress when I lose my sight. Sometimes it's sign if somebody just drops something near me, I dey scared. I dey jog like I want run. Sometimes I just dey sit on me at warm. Me add the warm unnecessary one. I can just be angry with people. Sometimes you even shout near me, even not to me you dey talk, I become angry. Those are some of the signs. You just become angry unnecessary. Then even your emotions, when are the other thing? Because when they talk of emotions, that the outward expression of inner feelings. So if you're not somebody who they know say you're not a quiet person, because everybody has his or her own disposition. You're not a quiet person, they don't know you. But then see now say you just dey talk. Within yourself, you for able know say something is wrong. Or somebody within around you for able know say, oh, X, Y, and Z, na be quiet person. But now I see no more now, they talk. Somebody they take to drinking. Some of people they can take to smoking. But to me, that's not the remedy to stress. Okay. That is not the remedy to psychological problems.
Okay, so continue for the with me. The program you listen to na Well Body Talk, where they come to you from 98.1 FM. That na been Masire Brahma in a psychosocial ambassador, where they give advice to people where they suffer from psychosocial impact. As seen as somebody where don't go through stress, and now you say okay because the things that we been they think about himself, you know, be so Usa he been lost insight at the age of 28, where he been in a university. But if they think say he need get job and people need appreciate him, but after that he say he get job and people appreciate him for that, and your problem done over where he been they think say he not able for do now this wall. The program now Well Body Talk, where they come to you from 98.1 FM. You don't send you would they come up in the phone line on 0779819181, make you call and contribute inside the program. The program now Well Body Talk. 077981981 and number for call and make a contribution inside the program. Well Body Talk now the program will come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Me will bring you this edition of the program Well Body Talk. Musa S. Kamara Namenem will get a caller on the line. Good afternoon, name where the call from. Good afternoon, name where the call from. We lost that caller day on the line. 07798191 are the number for call and make a contribution inside the program Well Body Talk. 07798191 are the number for call and make a contribution inside the program. The program now Well Body Talk, where they come to you from 98.1 FM. Well, as we wait for calls, them okay. We lost that caller day again. 07798191 are the number for call and make a contribution inside the program. As we wait for calls, them I come to Mariama Aisiatu. We get a caller on the line. Okay. Welcome to Mariama Aisiatu Jallo, Mental Health Ambassador for Mental Health Coalition Salone. We don't get we don't talk about the mental health issues, the causes, and the impact it will get on the people and we then get them. As a coalition, wouldn't at the level of collaboration we wanna get with government or other agencies them we they do the same work they do for ensure say wanna fight against mental health sickness?
Okay, well, we they collaborate very highly with the Ministry of Health. As then now we line ministry, we not do anything without the ministry, especially the Directorate of NCDs and Mental Health. And we also they work hand in hand with social welfare when it comes to the welfare of the patients. Them as then two ministries and then we they work with directly. We also get other partners them where they support mental health issues them where we can work with. We work with University of Makeni, as most of we projects we get for do with training and all of that. They now University of Makeni they champion them. So we work with them. We work with social workers them. We work with, of course, Osiwa they fund with program where then they call Speak Out for Inclusion and Protection. We also get international partners them where they support mental health problems in the country, like the United Global for Mental Health, where then they do a Speak Your Mind, where Sierra Leone are a part of. So all of them partners and then they come together for see how they can help the mental health situation of the country. Presently, we dey in talk with the social workers Sierra Leone for make we able for see how we can intervene with psychosocial support in time like this, especially where this time here so right now gets boku problem there with corona. People then get fears and all of that.
Okay, continue for the with me. I'll come back to you 0779819881. And the number for call and make a contribution is the program of World Body Talk, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. 0779819881 and the number for call and make a contribution inside the program. You talk about some of the actions and activities that we will don't undertake. What are the impact of the activities they are in the fight against mental health?
The training what we do with the mental health nurse system, at least now people are not get for left the up countries for kind of get on for can seek mental health care. If you dey upline, you no need for commodity and come, because now we get all nurses then at the district. That's now one big impact we don't do for the society. And also we can do community outreaches. That outreach is it can comprise of talk with the raise awareness, with the talk to people them, tell them they know say people who then get mental illnesses there, then can able for do something. It not mean say when they don't get condition then there's all of that can impact so they make na the patients their life, na the country.
The program of World Body Talk will come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Madam Jallo, we did at the Mental Health Week. What activities them una they do now in relation to what una stand for?
We they do, of course, we get jingles them where they out. We they share them now WhatsApp groups. We they share them now we platforms and social media platform. Of course, this now one thing self we don't do. We don't kind of radio. They talk about mental health. So we they go na radio station. Days ago, we had a set been there na another radio station. They talk about mental health issues. So this week here, so we busy they do awareness raising. People in the right now are the up countries where they go do awareness raising for mental health. So right now, because na mental health day,
Also suffer from mental health and don't well. What a message to accompany young people them?
My young message to me young people then are that they then abstain from drug abuse. It's not really good for we. It's not really add more stress by yourself. Because they left for take drugs, may they abstain from drugs totally.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim Bangura. I come to you, Masiri Ibrahima. We talk about psychological impact on people. Now we don't see series of tragedy them we don't happen in Salone, from the rebel war to mudslide, Ebola, now Corona. Whose impacts you think say the activities there we don't happen in Salone or the events here get on the mental ability of people in the country?
Thank you very much. It gets so much for do with the mental ability of people. I don't even make some man just get a fixed concept about himself and about the nation. Like now, we don't get say war. Some people then they will be unfortunate. They amputate them, they don't become disabled. So they still get that mental, psychology, that emotion within them. Each time they see that amputation, each time they see themselves, either their hand amputate or their foot, legs, they're not okay with that. So if Ebola don't come, the stigma been too much. Ebola self come, so many people then die. So man, not even once we don't be a survivor of Ebola, made them tell and say, in a Ebola patient, Ebola survivor. So that stigmatization, it still makes someone, it make them traumatized. Where someone not able to get the actual state of mind. Coupled with COVID-19. COVID-19 we they see now. In ourselves, in worst past Ebola. Because COVID-19 now, everybody just worried. in spread it just on a rampage. It don't put everything on hold. Like now, we know they go church, we know they go mosques, some offices, then people don't go. Someone we don't use na morning, they don't go work. They in office, they manage in official stress. But now you don't keep an OC, no, you not go na office. So it they become more stressful. Like me, an example. I don't use so do clean that they go na office, I go work. But now because of me more vulnerable, because I'm blind, so because anything that they do not touch, we the visually impaired people will not touch anything I touch. So like I dey claim steps na really na the touch and a person I get for toilet back to myself. I cancel myself. I say no, this thing go done and I will go back to normality. I know they allow am for me it depress me that much, but it dey calm. The stress can come sometimes.
In all of this, what do authorities do for control the situation and reduce the stress, making only lead to other things, as you say, a plenty now?
Yes, I believe say authorities, like I said, we have professionals in this country. Therefore, always they engage the media and talk to people, counsel people on this COVID-19. Many some man believe say after COVID-19, and life will be normal again. After COVID-19, it will get a job again. After COVID-19, it will do a marriage. After COVID-19,
Madam Brima, I come to you quick one. Mariama Aisia to Jalo. We look at the mental health week we unfold now, and in relation to this program, what not the message of mental health coalition? So people really live with the condition of mental health, and some people really live with the condition.
So the one that we get mental health illness system, we want to make them be strong, as then people away whatever other people and they do, then self can capable of doing it. Then just need for take the medication, make sure say they see the mental health nurse, so they see them whenever they get appointments. May they know they forget the appointment dates them, because it's very important. And also may they engage themselves in doing something, because again when they do nothing, then just they by themselves, it they make them they be stressed, and then you know healthy for them at all. So they encourage them for making them they take their medication always, as that's a key to the well body one. And also the one that we know gets mental health problem, we they ask that the stigma where they put around mental health, where they push people away they get mental health problem, they left for they do that, and they stand there, you know, they help the people there, you know, they help the nation as a whole, you know, they help them for making them get well body. So let them stop the stigma and make them include people away they get mental health problem.
Well, at this edition of the program Well Body the Talk they left you for today, Thursday, May 21, 2020. Me will bring you this edition of the program. Musa S. Kamarana Minim. Inside the studio, I've been getting Mariama Aisia Jalo, Mental Health Ambassador for Mental Health Coalition Salone, and Masiri Brima, in a social psychologist, psychosocial advisor and ambassador, as somebody we don't go through the situation. They call on people not for too stressed themselves and not for think too much for making them go into a stress which will lead to another condition in their life. And also we get Ibrahim Bangura. When as somebody we don't live with mental health, now they call on their colleagues them or young people for avoid drugs, as that have been the reason we make even get the mental health where you don't well from, and they continue for going school for sitting was and go college. Well, plenty thank you to DJ Sugarcane for in technical support, and plenty thank you to Frank